This video is for IHSA clients and will guide you through operating SlamIn 2.0 for a Scholastic Bowl match. We assume that you've already reviewed the video for setting up an IHSA match. When you're ready to play your match, click play. This is the new SlamIn 2.0 play screen. You see team score boxes in the middle of the screen. Above the score boxes you see a header that indicates we're ready to play the first half. And then above that, you see our SlamIn banner. This is an area of the screen that you can customize. You could put your school's logo there, or if you want to use this feature to raise money for your team, you could use it as a place to display a sponsor's ad. Ring in and answer time countdowns display in the upper right-hand corner of the screen as we're playing through the questions. At the bottom of the screen, above the gray line, you'll see the play button, which you'll click on as the moderator starts to read each question. Below the gray line, you see several controls: ring in test, subs and setup, timeout, edit score and timers, and end round. We'll use each of these in this video, starting with ring in test, which you can access at any time. When you click ring in test, we're ready for someone to ring in, and when they do, you'll see and hear what you'll experience throughout the match.
My team, Mike.
After one player rings in, click Continue Ring In Test until everyone has tested their buzzer or slammer.
Other team, Jonah.
When you're finished with your ring in test, click End Ring In Test. For Scholastic Bowl, SlamIn knows that we start out with a toss-up. So when the moderator begins reading the first question, the SlamIn operator should click Play. This makes it possible for players to ring in. You don't need to do anything else until the moderator finishes reading the question or someone rings in, whichever comes first. If the question is computational, click the Computation On button to bump the ring-in timer to 30 seconds. If you've done this by mistake, the button's label has now changed to Computation Off, so you can click it to turn off computation. Let's assume the moderator has finished reading the question, so we'll click Start Ring-In Timer. This begins the ring-in timer countdown. When someone rings in,
My team, Mike.
we see and hear that player's announcement, and we wait to hear how the moderator judges their answer. Let's assume that it's right. Under Scholastic Bowl rules, that team earns 15 points, and SlamIn gets ready for the reading of the bonus that they've earned. When the moderator begins reading the bonus, click Play. As you can see, SlamIn knows which team is in control of the bonus and offers you a Start Deliberation Timer button to press when all three parts of the bonus have been read. When you click that button, the 30-second deliberation timer countdown begins counting down in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. When the controlling team is ready to answer and calls time, click the End Deliberation button. This exhausts any remaining deliberation time and presents right and wrong button pairs for each of the three bonus parts. Click on right or wrong as the moderator judges the team's answer to each part. SlamIn will automatically award 10 points for each correct answer. Let's mark parts 1 and 2 right and part 3 wrong. As you can see, SlamIn then automatically offers part 3 to the rebounding team, and we'll assume that they get part 3 right. Now we have a score of 35 to 10, and it's time for the next toss-up. On this toss-up, let's once again assume that the moderator finishes reading the question, and we click Start Ring-In Timer to begin the ring-in timer countdown. This time, when someone rings in,
Other team, Rob.
let's mark their answer wrong. And you'll see that SlamIn offers the other team the remaining ring-in time, or 3 seconds, whichever is greater. If the ring-in timer gets to 0 before the other team rings in, SlamIn gets us ready for another toss-up. Just click play again when the moderator starts to read the next toss-up. What if, after the moderator has said question, a player sneezes and hits a buzzer by mistake?
My team, Susan.
If your rules allow it, just click undo, which will remove that ring in and continue with reading the question. On the other hand, if something goes wrong during the reading of the question, for example, if the moderator inadvertently gives a clue to the answer while reading the question, click End Question to throw that question out. That's just about all there is to it. You only need to click on a few clearly labeled buttons to operate SlamIn, and it does all the rest for you. By the way, it's even easier to operate SlamIn using keyboard shortcuts, such as the space bar, which will start a question, in effect clicking the play button for you, and it can also start any timers, ring in or answer. The B key, which is easy to remember because it's the same as bonus, will allow you to mark a right answer just by pressing that one key. The backspace is the key to press for wrong answers. And the C key is for computation on and off. Every SlamIn kit comes with stickers that you can put on your keyboard to remind you of which keys do what. And it's even easier if you use a wireless host remote control that allows you to move around the room to run the system. Let's keep going though and throw in a few other variables. If a coach calls a timeout to substitute a player, click Subs and Setup. Then confirm that you really want to pause a match in progress. Then on the main setup screen at the bottom of the page, use the drop-down menus for each team to insert the new player into the match. We'll swap out our first player on the first team just to show you how this is done. When you're ready to return to your match, click what is now the Resume button where the Play button had been. Then it's probably appropriate to do another ring-in test to test the new player's buzzer or slammer.
My team, Julie.
Another thing you might need to do is to adjust the score. To do that, click the Edit Score and Timers button here and use this dialog box to make that adjustment and others you may need to make. If you need to adjust the score, just put the new score here in the box to the right of the team that you want to adjust. So let's say we need to make the other team have 15 points. Now, if after review the judge decides that a team's answer to a toss-up should have been marked as correct and we need to play another bonus question with this team in control, use the radio button next to that team to put them in control of the next bonus question. Then after clicking OK, you'll see that the scores have been adjusted and you're ready to play again. If you need to play a bonus instead of a toss-up, just click the question type drop-down to the right of the play button and choose bonus. When you've read all the questions you have for the first half, click End Round and then confirm. This writes a summary score into SlamIn's electronic score sheet, which you'll show you in just a little bit. At this point, you might click Subs and Setup to make other player substitutions, and then click Ring In Test again to test their buzzers. But when you're ready to start the second half, click Start Round. This resets SlamIn for the second half and gets us ready to play again. Play the second half the same way as the first. When you're finished with the second half, click End Round. If there's a tie score, SlamIn will flag this condition and you'll be asked what you want to do. End the round or break the tie. If you want to play a tiebreaker, you'll choose Break Ties from the dialog box and continue playing. But if we don't have a tie when we end the second half, we're asked if we really want to end the match, and we'll confirm that. At this point, our match is marked Match Over, and our electronic score sheets are ready for review. Thank you for reviewing this tutorial on operating SlamIn for IHSA Scholastic Bowl. To continue your SlamIn for IHSA orientation, be sure to watch the companion video about interpreting SlamIn's electronic score sheets. Don't forget that you can play a SlamIn match against another SlamIn user over the internet. It's easy, and we describe how to do that on our website. You can even broadcast matches over the internet so that friends and family can tune in and both watch and hear your matches from home or work.